Good morning. Welcome to the XM.com weekly market update. And with me today is Peter McGuire, the CEO of XM. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, Andrew.
Quiet night overnight with the US on holidays.
Yep, barbecues and Memorial Day.
That's right. So not much happening domestically either. So let's head up to Japan. The CPI figure came in 2.5%, which was pretty much on target.
Yep.
But once again, a lot of talk about the Japanese interest rate policy.
Yeah, very much so. They're saying, Andrew, that we'll see possibly a hike in the second semester. That doesn't surprise us, and we've got to be conscious that you don't want to overdo it with the Japs. So if you get two rate rises in a year, I think that's a big move, and each of 0.1%. So yeah, CPI is moving in the right direction over the last couple of months, and we expect it to actually fall over the summer.
Yeah, and once again, the yen still under pressure.
Yep.
Not unsurprising considering where the interest rates are.
Exactly. And you could see again some point of intervention from the BOJ. So I think it'll continue to be a great trade if you watch the market, because it's volatile and it offers plenty of opportunity.
Yeah, so over to the UK, the CPI numbers came out a big drop, nearly 1% drop. So I think obviously that's a good thing from an inflation perspective. And we're seeing that right across Europe for the Euro, Germany, France, it's all coming down considerably. But I guess the other side of the coin is quite a weak economy.
Yeah, very much so. It's anemic. You've got an election only a bit over a week away. And the other side, you won't see a rate cut between now and then, naturally, because of the political interference. I would expect to see the Bank of England probably a rate cut in maybe August. And as far as Europe, well, that's a different situation. Lagarde is saying they're going to see a rate cut soon.
Yeah, not surprising. UK retail sales.
Oh, aren't they anemic?
Nasty number there. That's coming at negative 2.7%. It was going to be, the forecast was just
a bit positive.
A bit positive, but it's a big difference. But it certainly sums up the state of the market.
Well, yes, and from an unemployment standpoint, I mean, companies that just have to downsize because they're not getting the traffic, hopefully summer's going to offer a better solution or a little bit of a reprieve. But, you just got to wait and see how it all works through. You would like to think that you've got strong tourism heading into the UK over the summer period, and if you're coming there with a strong US dollar, then that could boost retail sales significantly.
Yeah, give it a bit of a kick along.
It needs it.
Yeah, it certainly does. Oil, we haven't touched on this for a while.
No.
Sort of range bound a little bit over the last couple of months. Obviously, there's a bit of talk out of Saudi at the moment with the leader there unwell.
Absolutely. So the king is unwell. MBS might, Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince, may take the official title. A lot of people are speculating that could happen over the summer period. And it'll be the first non-Saud family member or someone elected as king. The second part is that it's going to be all the geopolitical risk has been stripped out of it, but now we've got bubbling away China, Taiwan, you've got Ukraine still ongoing with Russia and NATO's thoughts there, the Israel Hamas-Palestine issue, and plenty of hotspots which could really ignite the market over the next couple of months or sooner.
Yeah, and we've probably been thinking that would have happened by now, but it tends to trade up, hit a bit of a cap, and then falls back down to sort of where we are now.
Well, nothing also, and another point, nothing has been mentioned as far as the helicopter attack that came down. Was it attacked and was it deliberately, was it assassination of the Iranian Prime Minister? So if that's the case, all of that's got to unravel, I would think, very shortly, and that would impact, naturally, they'll shut the Strait of Hormuz as far as tankers. And so, yeah, it could be a very hot market over the next couple of months.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting. That story went quiet very quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, very.
Interesting. So.
But yeah, fascinating. I don't think Iran's given up on it.
No. Finally, look at the US. Earnings season is pretty much over. Once again, it was a fairly positive earnings season. All the tech stocks did very well.
Oh, yeah.
The forward PE, Tesla where it is at the moment, is astonishing considering how much the share price has dropped.
Yes.
Yet the PE is still, well, you'd have to say, crazy overvalued.
Well, exactly. I mean, you're looking at about 4 million cars that were purchased in the US, 4 million motor vehicles in the last year, and only 280,000 or 270,000 were electric. So people are shying away from them. You mentioned hybrid, but they want gasoline-powered cars. The market is telling us that, even with high energy prices. So these are all issues that are going to impact naturally Tesla and the cheap Chinese versions that are starting to flood the market. But, you know, when you're thinking about infrastructure of what's got to be embedded to charge these vehicles on a large footprint of nation like America, then if you haven't got the power, you can't drive them.
Yeah, so interesting. But NVIDIA once again came out with some stunning results.
Oh, wasn't it incredible?
They're doing announced a stock split, which is interesting. They only had a stock split 2 years ago. So
And you're back at $1,000.
yeah, so I think the stock split 2 years ago. I think back then NVIDIA was trading around that $700-800 mark.
Okay.
So that dropped back down to
300,
sub
400.
sub 200.
Okay.
And that was only a couple of years ago, and now it's back over $1,000. So it just goes to show the strength there has just sort of been incredible.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, you don't get many of those in your life. You only need one.
that's right.
They can change your whole, not only your bank balance, but your opportunities that allow, you know, that's early adoptees that look at AI and look at, you know, and we've been talking about it together for over a year. So, yeah, hopefully our traders have taken advantage, and this goes across the globe. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, patience and temperament.
Yeah, and what is it? Good luck is preparedness meets opportunity.
That's right. But you're right when you say sometimes you only need one to
That's right.
to get it out of the park, and
Yeah.
it can make a significant difference.
Well, yeah, it changes everything. I mean, you see those glory trades that our traders have done, you know, when they buy gold and all of a sudden, you know, they were long and they had conviction when it dipped in early October at 1,800. They rode it up to 2,400. You've seen oil traders, currency traders. You know, the attraction of the markets, Andrew, is magnificent. And then, you know, and this is a wonderful segment. I love doing this with you because this really pinpoints the almighty AI discussion and what that presents as far as returns is just extraordinary. What you've just said, I mean, it truly is extraordinary.
Yeah, and these companies will be the big beneficiaries of AI.
Yes.
So straight into their data centers, etc. So that's going to be one thing, which most of them are in already. But
Yes.
if a new company comes along with some fancy AI product, they'll just get bought out by one of the big tech companies.
You
because
just
they've
bid
got-
up.
They've got so much money. Yeah.
Exactly.
But we'll keep an eye on things. There's some data out of the US later this week.
Yep,
So
yep.
we'll keep an eye on that once they're back up and running, and we'll regroup next week.
Well, we'd have to be very close to non-farm payrolls first
And I
Friday.
think, is it GDP numbers this week? I think
Yeah.
as well.
Yep.
Later in the week for the US. So
And then we've got some CPI numbers, I think, as well. Core PCE.
yes, that's coming out. Yes.
And some numbers as far as China, Aussie. We've got some retail sales here and a bit happening.
Yeah, which is good. All right,
Yeah.
we'll touch on that next week.
Look forward to it.
Okay, thanks, Pete. And that's the XM.com weekly market update.